What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and welcome back to another epic installment of the Sound Alchemist and Gershwan in the Greater Wall.
I'm finally waking up a little bit. I felt like really tired the last couple Greater Walls, but finally on today.
Usually it's the opposite.
Usually it's the last one that you're really tired on. I think it's because I've been drinking pop. This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. And did we say it?
I have it. There you go.
Wait, did we say for the greater?
Yeah, we said it. For the Greater Wall. This one's by Brian B.
Brian B?
I'm allergic to bees. So it's Ryan. Who would win in a fight between greater demons? The Great Unclean One, the Keeper of Secrets, Lord of Change, and the infamous Bloodthirster.
My money is on Keeper of Secrets.
Tell them.
Secrets. No, that's not how it goes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's
good answer. Good answer. Number one on the board. Tell them, Steve. Steve Harvey.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Wait, what's the question?
Greater Demon War. Who wins?
Yeah, I think Tzeentch already knows what's gonna happen at the end.
Not Tzeentch. Tzeentch is greater demons. Do they have that kind of knowledge?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think Tzeentch puts little snippets not only in her demons, but in the greater or his demons.
His.
Oh, I'm sorry, cisgender demons, but
this guy.
But also in other demons. So she's playing her hand, or he or she is playing her hand on the Bloodthirster, so that the Bloodthirster can slip or do something to hurt the Great Unclean One. The Unclean One will hurt Slaanesh. What's a Slaaneshi greater demon? What are they called?
They're Keeper of Secrets.
Oh, damn, then I said it wrong. What's Tzeentch's greater demon?
Tzeentch? The Lord of Change.
Lord of Change, my bad. I meant Lord of Change.
I think you said that.
I said Keeper of Secrets because I said Secrets.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, sorry. Going back to it, I think it's fuck, what is
Lord
it?
of Change?
The Lord of Change. So much for me being on my game today.
Looks like he ain't woke.
I'm not woke yet. What about you?
I gotta give it to the Lord of Change. Bloodthirster, I feel like they're too stupid. Well, they're not stupid, because they're super tactical. They're
simple-minded.
They're simple-minded, yeah. The Lord of Change can do psychic powers, but then so can Nurgles and so can Slaaneshes. But if he does get got, he's going down. All it takes is a grapple, and this dude's gonna fall apart. Because if you look at a Lord of Change, they're all they have long necks. They have they're not beefy or anything like that. So
They do have two heads.
yeah, and they are better than one.
Yeah.
Keeper of Secrets has well, I don't know if they could be able to summon more of them.
I think most greater demons can.
Right, but then it'll just be an all-out
Demon Fest.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's what we should do. We should have a cool event and call it Demon Fest. Sorry, but yeah, so then we're in agreement.
But it's the more I think about it, I'm thinking maybe Nurgle, because he'll just tank everything they can dish out.
That's true.
And it's if he just scratches them, eventually it'll fester and he'll get them sick. And
no, but I still think that the Keeper of Secrets, the Bloodthirster, and or would team up to go against the Great Unclean One, and it would be the what is the Tzeentchian one?
Lord of Change.
The Lord of Change would just kind of step back and watch.
Yeah, I feel he'd outsmart them, let them go at each other, and then he'll strike.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, comment down below. Let's stick with demons, as Jaegerbaum asks. What is in between Slaanesh's legs?
A handful.
Yeah, good question, or good answer. Next question.
This one's another one by Jaegerbaum. What was the most satisfying death in 40K where karma actually occurs for once in that universe? So basically, who died and got what they deserved? Horus.
Horus is the number one,
Yeah.
definitely, because he screwed it up for everybody.
And even at the last second, where like chaos exited his body and he felt sorry and remorseful for what he did, it's like you still did it.
You done did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the next greatest one will be Lorgar.
Ooh.
I want Lorgar to die.
I just want to see a freaking demon Lorgar, because he's been like meditating and like gaining power, so like he's gonna be a beast.
You're just saying that because you are connecting meditating with monk, and you're playing a monk in D&D right now.
You're just saying that to connect D&D to 40K so you could talk about it on video.
Yeah! the veil of the two games has been cut.
It's like you're the D&D Lorgar.
Basically.
Like instead of writing like hymns and stuff on your face, it's just D, 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 D. Got D's on his face.
Yeah. Speaking about D's, Devon Hoff Felix says, how does each demon Primark feel about their ascension to demonhood? So Lorgar enjoys the fact that he's a demon. Mortarion hates it.
He hates being a psyker too. He hates himself. That's kind of sad.
Yeah. Magnus, the Red, he's kind of in between. Like, of course, he's enjoying the powers, but he hates the fact that he had to betray the Emperor. And then Fulgrim wanted to ascend.
I think he sees this as another form or a step into perfection.
Right.
Because the whole thing with when he was traveling with Perturabo, trying to like trick him, he was doing this to become more of a perfect being. So demonhood to him is a step in towards perfection.
Yeah. And that's it. The rest of them are dead.
Boy.
Next question.
Armen Safarinas or Safarians. What's your favorite D&D class and race? Minus Tiefling, Warlock, or Wizard.
I am really enjoying the Druid. The Druid class lets you do anything you want.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What about race?
My favorite race, I mean...
Be careful how you answer this.
I've always liked dwarves. Like, the reason that we play 40K is because I brought you guys to the Warhammer store with the intention of buying dwarves.
We bought Space Wolves.
Yeah. Things changed. I love squats. So yeah, dwarves for me. What about you?
I really like Tieflings, but at the same time, Aasimar has always been another race that I really want to dive into.
I feel like it's a little broken.
Yeah. Because you can fly, you can cast light, well, depending on which type of Aasimar you choose. Or Aasimar? Aasimar. But when it comes to, like, being a warlock or wizard, I started with Ranger, which was probably the worst class in D&D, at least by what I see on the internet. But it was still kind of fun, because that's my introductory. Wizard's pretty fun too, but Monk seems to be really good. They're like a glass cannon. They're not good at taking hits, but they can dish it out. So I'll go with Paladin.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure. They all seem pretty good.
Play Druid, man. Druids are awesome.
You're a man druid.
Next question comes from Nodosa. D&D, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Warhammer 40K, and yet you cannot get into Warhammer Fantasy. We were talking about this a couple days ago, but I went to the local GW store, and the OG GW owner was telling me that Age of Sigmar is actually faster and more competitive or more strategic than 40K, so it sparked my interest. He said that whenever we want, we could just go over and he'll run a game with us, and we'll borrow his stuff just to see if we like it.
Our toes dipped into the fantasy pool.
Yeah, and I've been looking at like the models. The vampire models look amazing. The tree guys or whatever.
Sylvaneth. I think that's what I would start if I were
Those
to
look
go into
amazing. And then like the orcs. I already have a bunch of orcs because I made feral orcs, so I already have them. So maybe in the future we might do fantasy or Age of Sigmar. Next question. I have one from Michael Howell. Do you think that the Emperor ever truly regrets releasing the wolves on the Thousand Suns? Yes. Next question.
This one's by The Rain. Can orcs feel love? Love in the sense of caring for something, like a Shuda or another orc. A slave, maybe?
Yes. Which is why there are Slaaneshi orcs. Next question comes from Christopher Shrimpling. If you could, would you play 40K themed D&D campaign? We're already doing it. I'm going to create more D&D content in the future, and it's just going to be pairing like the 40K theme with D&D. And they pair so well together. Mm-hmm. Like it's crazy because 40K is not really science fiction, it's science fantasy. So you have like warp and astropaths and all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of fun playing with these, or with the party and playing with the Sound Alchemist, and like throwing like little hints of like quotes from the Emperor, quotes from like Primarks and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. Next question.
This one's by El Tirador Lorenzo. Why is Warhammer 40K called Warhammer? It's not like a hammer of Sigmars around.
That's exactly why.
Because basically you have Warhammer Fantasy, and then you have Warhammer 40K, which is like kind of like fantasy, but in space, future space. But they're two separate entities.
Mm-hmm. Question comes from PB Unit. Does anyone ever refuse to become a Space Marine?
I mean, if they do, we probably don't hear about them. Because it's like, oh, let's talk about this one guy who said no to the Space Marines, and now he's living a normal, everyday life. Yep. It's more, like, you want to hear about the Space Marines. You want to hear about, like, battles and stuff like that.
Next question.
Michael Hornell. What's your favorite and least favorite made-up Warhammer 40K word? I don't know if it's made up or not, but Demon Kulaba is my least favorite because of what it actually is. Favorite would probably be sanguineous, because it just rolls off the tongue.
My favorite is Squiggly Beast, and my least favorite is
the Siglet.
Boys with the Z.
Boys in the Hood.
I always feel like whenever we're talking in public or with people that don't play 40K, and I'm the orc player, so I say, yeah, I had a unit of like 30 boys. It instantly turns into like a, is this too gay type of situation? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Next question. Are you guys a couple? This one's by Red Command TV. Whatever happened to Horus Aximand? And will we be seeing him return? Maybe. I mean, with 40K, anything's possible.
Yeah. Next question comes from Anon Archist. I'm creating a D&D campaign based on the Unification War with the intention of seducing my party into crossing over to a pre-heresy 30K Great Crusade campaign. Any suggestions on how to ease the D&D players into 40K as seamlessly as possible, at least from the role-playing lore position?
Introduce them to Slaanesh.
The best way to do it is to introduce them into investigative work. Treat them as if they were the Inquisition working for a supreme being, aka the Emperor, and you guys are trying to bring down all these warring chiefs, which are the techno-barbarian warlords that have like magical powers. That's what I'm doing with my party. And don't even start them on like the main continent. Give them like an outskirt continent to explore, which is what I'm doing with my party.
What?
Hopefully the end of the campaign is you guys in the major continent fighting, army size battles like 30K. And actually, you basing it off of the Unification War is kind of cool too, because you can have your party go like from state to state or village to village, city to city, whatever it is, and kind of gather an army or gather a populace to use to create the Thunder Warriors. But yeah, those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, send them our way. Gershwin.
Sound Alchemist, out of here.
Oh, what if you took my freedom?